Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So, for tonight's session, my name is Roshana Charles, along with my co-facilitator, Shanae Holder. Welcome back. Today is our final session, and our focus is on reflection. This is the time for us to look back on our journey together so far. Miss Shanae, would you like to mention anything?
Hi, good night. Yes, we would like each of you think about, what you've gained from this group, your major lessons you've learned, and which coping strategy you plan to continue using after this group. Now, the purpose of today's session is, as the main facilitator would have mentioned, is to help everyone recognize their personal growth and reflect on the progress they have made and build confidence in applying these coping skills in everyday life.
All right. So before we move on, who would like to start? Can we have one of the volunteers from the group to say something?
Good afternoon, and I would like to start by saying I really learned a lot from the sessions, the previous sessions. I learned how to cope with certain stressors and certain things that I might be dealing with during school.
All right. Miss Holder.
Um, Thank you for sharing, Ms. Danielle. Um, that was very important that you know that you recognize these stuff. It's important. That's the most important stage is when we aware of these stuff. We begin to recognize these stuff that's been affecting us, and that's the most important part, which is self awareness, right? And we just yeah, that's the major step towards emotional healing and personal growth.
So I have a question for everyone. So what coping strategy do you plan to continue using after this session is finished? Anyone can answer that question.
I think I'll continue being mindful and meditate, take a deep breath and then go forward after.
All right. Anyone else would like to share?
For me, one of the coping strategies I will continue using is like Miss Duran say, be mindful and just try to go through different stuff to know how we can cope when you feel overwhelmed.
Yeah,
Right.
that's really wonderful. Mindfulness is a great tool, like to carry you forward because it can help you like stay present, manage your stress, and it also like improve emotional balance, like during difficult situations. Like we would have mentioned before, we get with deadlines and we get all of these work going on. So when we be mindful, it helps us to like push through these situations.
Excellent. Is there anyone else who would like to try? Well, for me, right? Guided guided images have been very helpful through this session, and I plan to keep using it when I feel stressed or anxious. Um, Great choice, everyone. Guided images can be a powerful way to relax and reset. Anyone would like to add anything else?
No, just we go, Miss Roshana. I think that that's an excellent coping strategy because it allows you to like mentally place yourself in a calm and a more peaceful environment, which can like reduce the stress and anxiety that you know that academic pressure can put on us.
Yeah. That's it for everyone. Well, so
So, what do you for the participants? What do you guys like learn from like when it comes to like the what have you learned so much from like the psychoeducational um what have you learned from like this you put into your own words that you like learn to understand how stress affect you? Are you aware of how stress has been affecting you mentally? Will you continue applying these knowledge within the daily life? Like you guys can share what you learned from the previous classes.
So for me, I learned that we could change our negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Like when you think, oh, I did study for this exam, I don't fail it. We could say, you know what, I'm going to go into this exam and try my best, and my best gonna, do something for me.
Yes, and I think we would have went through that, I think within session 3 when we speak about, like the cognitive restructuring. We change our thoughts, we talk more positive about ourselves. Now, the cognitive restructuring is something, we would like you to like, continue apply using, as it encourage us to change, think more positive, think a more positive thinking pattern towards our life, which, at the end of the day is more healthy as university students. That we change these negative thoughts with a more realistic one instead of saying, I'm going to feel, let's talk more positive about ourselves. Yeah.
all right. If that's it for everyone, to summarize today.
Yeah. For
Oh,
me, I
go ahead.
learned that it is very important. That would be session 2. It is very important to be knowledgeable of what is our stressors. What can be something that can really cause depression to us and to bring us down our values. So I love that it's always important to identify it. Because then if we're not able to identify it, we cannot able to apply strategies to fix our feelings and how we feel.
All right, good idea. Anyone else?
Yeah, just to what add to what Miss Elizabeth was saying. Um, I'm glad that you found that vulnerable. Like understanding ourselves can really help us to like make better choices and respond to stress in like a healthier way, right? It's good that we understand ourselves.
All right. Well, to summarize today, um, we focus on reflecting on our goals, our gains, and lesson learned, and the coping strategy we will continue to use. So, with that being said, um, does the co-facilitator has anything to say?
Oh yes. Now the key skill we practice is learning consolidation and transforming these skills into like our everyday life. Now, we also emphasize the importance of maintaining a healthy coping mechanism and continuing self-care practice after this group session. And hence, I would like all of us to know, positive, try, or if you start trying to continue using, positive coping mechanism when it becomes stressful instead of just isolating ourselves, like what we talk about in previous session. We can sit down and we can find somebody we can talk to about it in a more mindful way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with these interventions, we explore includes cognitive restructuring, mindfulness, meditation, guided image, imaginary, and psychoeducation. So, before we end, does anyone have any final thoughts or gratitude they would like to share?
Mm, I want to thank everybody that host the session, and the session was really appreciative. I learned so much, even though, we saw things of that not supposed to happen, by going through a learning cognitive restructuring and stuff. You understand that, you can go through life differently.
Right? Elizabeth?
For me, I enjoy our sessions. I learned a lot. And also this here has helped me in some way. When we reach, it has helped me in some way to feel a lot better, especially for, for a little while I've been dealing with a lot of things. So helping to talk and helping to have this discussion have really helped.
Okay.
And I appreciate the sessions.
Miss Shamika?
For me, I didn't know that a lot of us face with the same stress, the same issue until we did this session. And I must say I appreciate the fact that I was able to learn from it, moving forward, doing something different from what I thought was LT. So I must say I appreciate the session for that.
Right.
Knowing that I'm not alone in this.
Okay. Agreed. Thank you everyone for your openness and your commitments throughout this journey. I would like to say it was nice working with you wonderful ladies. Miss Holder, is there anything else you would like to add before we close?
Yeah, I just want you guys to remember that the skills you've learned are tools for life. Keep practicing it, be kind to yourself, and don't hesitate to reach out if you need like any support. I want you to know that we are truly proud of you, of the progress each of you has made. You've become aware of your stresses and how it's been affecting you and how you think about yourself. I just want to encourage you to continue using these coping strategies to support your emotional and mental well-being.
All right. Um, and that has brought us to the end of our session. Hope to see you next time. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.